And we are recording now, so everybody behave yourselves. I'm gonna move my model a little bit. I don't like where she's sitting. She's kind of too close away, too far over. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Why am I here though? Was I not there? You know what? I ain't questioning it. It's whatever. Okay. I think there's something here. There's definitely something here. And here. And here, I think. There's also a little bit of red here. Okay, can I, like, I'm gonna ping stuff, I think. Like, there's a lot of things here that I'm like... Sorry, I forget that. I forget that this map is very sensitive. Let's see. Alright, I think that's it. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. We're gonna start with the yellow one, because the yellow one, I think is the smallest one. Oh, there you were. I'm sorry. Hi, Girly Pop. At some point, I gotta change out your skins too. Okay. So yes, this recording will be done in a 30-minute increment. So we will, for people watching the stream, don't panic. When I stop at 30 minutes, it's not going to be over. We're just going to continue on. So you're going to get 2 videos in one. I think what we'll do is we'll still upload 2 of Sable, so it's still an hour's worth of content. It's just in smaller increments, so people can eat it in more bite size. This is also something we'll probably end up doing with Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. I have been playing Guild Wars 2 this week. On stream, but it was on my main account, so the videos aren't missing anything. No. Okay. That one is closer. Oh, that one's a race thing. Let's go to that. So yeah. I will watch the timer, and we will try to... It may be close to 30 or 40 minutes. I'd rather be a little over than under. Unless there's just nothing to do. Should save it. And with Sable, I'm not real worried about it being under as much. Because Sable's very interesting to me. It's very open world, very explore, very chill. And so I don't have as much of a... I don't have to fill up as much empty space. Because the thoughts come flying in. Because I can just sit here and gab about things related to the game and otherwise. Sorry. Like, my ADHD gets triggered really good with this stuff just because I'm looking around at the environment and stuff and just having moments of, like, what is this shiny new trinket that I'm just discovering? I hope these don't get hard, these ones. Like, I have to get a faster, like, vehicle to do them, like they're a timed event. I've never tried to do it slow, so... Lovely. Through the floor. Woo! There's nothing in the void. Just open air. Open space. But yeah. So this one I find so much more soothing. Like I said, it feels like Journey, but with a little bit of Zelda in it. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. So I kinda like it. There we go. I'm a little sad now because I didn't get to play the Zelda games when they first came out for like the Breath of the Wild. I played a little. I watched my siblings play more of it than me. Seriously, what are these things? I'm collecting so many of them. But okay, I don't need that. I don't need those. I wonder why anyone would need them, since you don't really use them. Okay. That being the case, we can take this off the map. Oh, I took it off there. Cool. I love that. There we go. Yeah, I missed out on the opportunity when I was a kid. Because I thought it would be a lot of work. And it was also a game that was very popular in my house, and so everyone would play it. And so I didn't like the idea of waiting for my turn for that. So I would just go in my room and play other games. Just fine. It's not like I was bitter about it. But I kind of miss it now because after all the Nintendo stuff about like the new Nintendo Switch 2 and stuff, I'm like, I'm never playing a Nintendo game again, am I? With all this ridiculousness of not being able to own your game or being able to nuke your machine, like in an instant, for whatever reason, it's like, oh, really? I was like, and then they're gonna make $80 games. I'm sitting here like, don't get me wrong, there aren't games that are worth $80, but not all of them. Not all of them by default. Some of them are worth nothing, or $20, maybe. That's being generous. Also, the idea of not being able to buy hard copies, I don't like that. Like, my family grew up off of hard copies and stuff, right? I like that. That was the benefit of it. There's a benefit to having a hard copy of it because you have the basic game. But the disbenefit is you don't have all the updates. So if the system loses the internet connection or you don't pay for the services anymore, you lose the extended stuff, right? So I find it weird and stupid that game companies are going to this point of doing basically it's almost like they're making it to where it's not you can't enjoy them in peace, in private. And yeah, they're trying to milk you for all your money, but I'm sitting here thinking, I think people be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna have to do with that and buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. If you don't like the way they're gonna do it, don't buy it. But I don't like how we're moving to an age where people are not being able to own their own games, or at the very least, having to just be paying for licenses for them is ridiculous. Like, no, I can do without. I don't need Animal Crossings that badly. I still have my GameCube and my GameCube games, so the way I see it is, I don't need it. Oh, you can just crawl in here? What? Okay. Oh, okay. It's like, why would you crawl in here if you had other choices? I think it's because it's just easier than trying to have to climb up here. Ooh. But yeah, so I find it so stupid, and it makes me sad because we're going into an age of gaming that's just sad. It also comes off kind of insecurity too, doesn't it? When you think that your games are so bad that you have to charge, like, you have to charge for copies of it, digital copies, and not hard copies, right? To me, it makes it seem like you're not confident that you'll sell stuff. So you're thinking, oh, well, I'll just do this and I won't have to worry about, doing that kind of stuff. Good. I don't know if I needed to do that, but I didn't, so. So I don't know. It just kind of seems like it definitely seems like a cop-out for sure. But yeah, so I'm not very happy about that. It just makes me sad. It's like it could have all been so good had had they just did that. Heck, even just doing $8 games would have sucked, but at least it would have been hard copies. But having no hard copies is weird to me. I was watching some videos of it this morning, and I'm like, it's still weird to me that hard copies are not a thing, and you're charging more for them, and you're charging more for digitals, right? I could see a company being like, okay, cool, hard copies are really expensive to make because, you know, companies with like factories with make CDs and they have to download the CDs on there and then we have to test them to make sure the games are working, that kind of thing. Like I can understand it being a difficult situation to make work, but the idea that I wonder if there's something here. There's a worm here. I don't know. It just seems sad. We're going into a different age. And don't get me wrong, I do play. And it sounds bad, but I do buy Steam games, so I know I still buy digital games quite a bit. But I trust Steam's policies and integrity versus some other companies because they've kept their word for the most part when it comes to stuff. Like, obviously, companies can't keep their word all the time. As sad as it is, it's what it is. Get thrown up there twice, I guess. But, yeah. There we go. It's also really funny because, speaking on that term, there are people who are upset with what's moving. Oh, it's something for me. Okay. There's a ladder there. I think is how am I gonna get up there? Maybe if I go back around and go through the little hole, I'll be able to get up there. That, or I'm supposed to be throwing myself up there. Oh, never mind. I don't have to do that. I'm right here. So, I wonder... I have an idea. I think I messed that up. I think I should have just left it down here. I think if I want the spring shot up there, I just gotta move that one. I don't have to bring them all up here. Because I was like, how am I gonna like get this up there? I wish I could like aim that better, but I can't. So we are working with what we got. Okay, so first off, before we do that, let's see if we can slingshot ourselves up here with this. I want to see where this thing takes me. But yeah. There's that. I'm gonna make sure to get myself up this topic so I don't sputter on and on about it. I'm sure everyone's heard about it already, so it's not anything that I need to bring information onto. Yeah, so that one needs to hit me over there. But why bother with that when I can just crawl up there? Is it a red herring situation? Probably. Probably. Let's go this way. I think it's a red herring situation. Because I was already up there. Okay. We're gonna see about... Sorry, I'm sitting here thinking in my brain. wonder if I could throw it up here. I know I can use. They want me to use the spring thing. I just was curious if I could. That. I can grab this one. Shadow of Native. Here? New Sunshine. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go do this. Oh. There we go. Tip it a little bit. There we go. And let's hope that it doesn't go flying too far. I probably should just hold it. Because while it's in the air a little bit, I can use my body to kind of maneuver it. Kind of face myself facing the other way. I also like how she will do that. I don't like that. Game-wise, I think it's very interesting that she drops it. Because it's very realistic to drop something in mid-flight. Still, from a game perspective, it's like, I don't want it to be dropped because then you have to carry it and everything. But I like the carrying is realistic, and I kind of agree with why they did the way they did. I think we need to get up here. I wonder if I stick at the top and get off. I feel like there's a way to do it with the two. Maybe I need to push it over a little bit more. Nah. Nah, I definitely need to. Oh, I got up there somehow. Okay, I think I have to try and like get it to as far to one side as possible. This is another thing too. I like how it does matter which angle you're facing it on, which kind of corner you've got it under. Because it kind of gives it some nice gravity to it, and a little little heft to it. So these puzzles take a little time of moving about and everything. I kind of like it. It gives me time to chit chat, but it also gives me time to like make adjustments. Ooh. Oh, just barely. I almost borked it. I almost borked that. Ooh. Missed some. It'd be nice if we get a stick. We won't, but I would like to get a stick. Little walking stick with a hook on it to pull some of the stuff up. That also would be interesting for a game mechanic as well. That if you are on a traveling journey, that your character gets a walking stick, a little bit of hook to it, not enough to like, it's got like a little hooked in or a little twigged piece at the end, so it like, you can pick stuff up with it, but it's only specific things. It can only be with handles. If it doesn't have a handle, you can't use it for that. But okay, cool. We found one of the parts. Hi, man. I will talk to you in a minute, Sauron. Sauron. Scrap. Hello to I say hello to Sauron. You have unread messages, Sable. Read them. Here are the unread messages. Sauron appeared before my eyes for a moment. I think I see some text I do recognize, but it's gone just as quickly. Catastrophic failure in the reactors. in the reactors 1 through 5. Power is still on, but navigation systems are failing. Captain, are we going down? Captain, we are going down. We need to do something now. Divert I think it's oxy power. What is whatever power to the landing, and tell the other ships to do the same. I don't think we're getting our reactors back at anytime soon. But don't stop trying. Give it whatever you got. Sir, reactor systems have been unresponsive since we entered the atmosphere. Whatever it is, it's creating quite a lot of interference. Correct. The energy signal has changed, Captain. It's gone quiet. It appears as though it may be responding to our presence. Not now, Saren. Plot me a course to land somewhere safely. That's priority 1. We can figure out the rest when we've landed. Navigation functional offline, Captain. Would you like me to? No, I'll do it myself. The recording ends there, and I feel a little twist in my stomach for people I've never met, and whom I know are long gone. Aw, don't bring that line in. Why did you have to drill it so hard, sweetie? Aw, how strange to worry for the lives of the dead. No! Why do you have to be this way? You know it too much for a child. She's probably like 12 or 14. She's probably well aware of life and death. But still, I am very conflicted as an adult here, because I find it really horrible, even as an adult, to think that you are listening to these voice recordings or reading the dialogues of this. It'd be like, it's kind of like when they teach you in school about the Holocaust and stuff, or other bad events in history, where you end up reading these people's stories and how it is so horrible that you're just like, oh my gosh, these are real people. These are real people, real things that happened, and it's awful. Oh my goodness, there's like nothing. Oof. The sheer drop kind of scares me a little bit. But yeah, it's bad because you start waking up and you're like, oh, this was a real thing. And why this is a fictional thing and these are fictional characters, the situation happening where they're basically stranded, marooned even, is a very reasonable and possibility, I should say. Like something that most people can kind of relate to. And mostly people can kind of see it happening. Alright, we're gonna go back the other way around. Like, that's the thing I'm getting at, is like, it's definitely something that is plausible. And to me that makes it terrifying. It's kind of like it's what made Subnautica, in my opinion, so terrifying to some extent. It wasn't just that there were things in the water, and there is these big strange monsters and this strange world and a strange disease that's affecting you, or sickness. It's also the fact that getting marooned is such a common thing, and being in a situation, or like it's such a possible thing, that it strikes me as being quite terrifying. I'm sitting here thinking if there's a way to get that up there. There's a lot of like doors here and stuff that we need opened. I suppose I don't need to go back in there. Wonder if I can get up to the top. If there is a way to get to the top of the ship, where that ladder is. But yeah, just the sheer thought of having to endure such a terrifying fate of being marooned is quite unsettling. I wonder if I can get on his wings. That's what I'm thinking. If I can get on the wings, I could probably get onto the roof, right? Theoretically, especially this one. Man, and they hit hard. So all the other ships landed with them. Did they all crash land too? Like, was there a storm that hit? Or was there a, or was there like a, just that because it was such an immediate landing, they didn't have an option? Sorry, I was looking at that fire there. I wonder. Oh, I hope we can land. I hope I can climb up this edge. I feel like I could. Okay. Maybe to get high enough to be above it. Okay. What's higher than this? Is that hill over there? Like, there is fencing here. I mean, the fencing's probably for just decor, but still. Second, look around. Also, I do think it's kind of interesting that now that I think about it, these ships are probably made of metal, so it's probably explains why she can't just climb up anything on them. And most of the other things that she's climbing up are probably things that are like wood or rubber or grated metal, things that have like a little bit of texture and handhold. And sand, like these sandy rocks, don't have a lot of texture, but they do still let you sink into them a little bit. We get to be over there on that one to get up there, because it looks like it's higher up. That or land on that curve there. I'm gonna try here and see if we can get over on that curve. Okay. Don't think it's gonna get us up there. Oh, there's a worm there. Okay, we're gonna grab this worm and then we're gonna swap out this video to anyone watching. Well, we're gonna try to get this worm. I don't know if it's gonna let me grab it or not. We're gonna grab it. We're already here. We'll grab the worm and then I'll swap out the videos. Anyone who's watching on YouTube, like I said, you'll still see both these parts. I'll try to release them relatively close to each other too. I don't know if YouTube lets them be released on the same moment, but we'll see. At least, if not, they'll be like, we'll try and get them like 10 or 30 minutes apart or something like that. Closest we can get them, basically. Alright, there we go. Now, we're gonna swap. Everyone who's watching this video, there'll be a part 2, either soon after this or 30 minutes after it. And everyone of you on the stream, just sit still. We'll be firing it back up in a second.